All right, so here's a stretch for you for when you're traveling. So you're sitting a lot. Maybe the plane ride, bus ride, car ride, what have you. So follow me. We're just going to do a movement, kind of strength stretch that you can do in your hotel room. So start by just moving those arms, opening up the chest and just stretching it out. So perhaps you're on the plane, reading a book, watching a movie, and so you've been sitting like this for a while. Okay, so open up that chest, get those arms moving. And this is good for anything. So, if you've been sitting at your desk for a long period of time, so get moving. So we're just going to gently move here. And again, something you could do in a small space, no equipment, but mostly a lot of stretching. Okay, so opening up the body, getting some good range of motion here is what we're doing in the shoulders. Okay, and then we're going to move down to the back, very similar to what we do when we are warming up. So swing those arms. Come right up onto the toe. And let's get those hips moving. So something maybe we don't often do when we're warming up. So we're going to get those hips moving and then really start pushing those hips forward and back, going one way, then the other, because you've been sitting for a long time. So let's get the body moving. Okay, so just nice and gentle here. Opening up those hips. So now we're going to move down and we want to get the range of motion in those hips. So swinging back and forth, get those legs swinging back and forth. And this is something you can do, this warm up, before you go hiking, or actually do it if you're going to jump on the bus, you're going on a bus tour perhaps, or jumping on the plane. You can do this before you get on as well. And just get yourself moving a little bit before you're going to sit for any length of time. Also something you can do before, if you're going hiking or anything like that, something you can do as well. Okay, so just getting everything moving here. So let's stop here for a second and we are going to do 10 reps of this. So back to the first. So just get those legs swinging, do 10 forward, and then we'll do 10 to the side. And you can do 3 sets of these. Okay, just getting really good for maintenance of that lower body. So we're going to do 2 more sets. We did one, I didn't really count for that one, and I'm not really counting for this one either. It's hard to count and talk at the same time. So you go ahead and count though. So just nice, good range of motion here. Keep your body, torso nice and strong here. So it's just really getting that range of motion in that hip. Okay, so that's probably about 10. And then across and kick it out. So easy to remember to do these. Easy to do anytime. You can do them anywhere. Nobody's going to look at you funny by you doing leg swings. Maybe somebody will actually even join you. So if you're standing in an airport, back to that first side, go up against the wall, do some leg swings. Okay. If you're going on a bus trip or something, before you get on the bus, stand by the bus, do some leg swings. If you're on the bus and you are stopping for a rest, do leg swings. Okay, so I'm kind of talking about that because I know you're going on a bus trip, and so you want to make sure you're always taking care of your body for maintenance. Here we go, other side. And on a plane as well. Okay. Good. Anyway, these you should be doing every day anyways because, oh, look at that big string. It's just good for the body, okay? And across, this is our last one. And then we've got that lower body. So there you go. You've got that lower body moving. So before and after, you're sitting for any time, length of time. Before and after, that's fantastic. Okay, so we're all warmed up. Let's do some squats. So here's your strength. Just body weight squats. And you can do about 10 of these, 10 body weights. Squats. Squeeze those glutes. Good. So here you're getting your strength in. Okay, 10 of those. Let's do 10 plie squats. Now, opening up our stance and drop down. Oh, make sure, I'm going to do this sideways, that your knees track out to the toes. You're keeping your back a little bit higher. And let's do 10 of those. Good. One more for good luck because I wasn't really counting. So let's do 10 more of squats, toes pointing forward. Squeeze those glutes. Get those hips forward. Keep those arms swinging so you got some range of motion here. Good. And so we're going to do 3 sets of these. Okay, so there's about 10. I'm actually going to grab my mat just because I'm sliding a bit with my socks on and no shoes. So yeah, just make sure you're safe wherever you're doing these. So if you're in your hotel room, most likely we'll have carpet, so you should be fine, okay? Good. Push those knees out, squeeze those glutes. And there's about 10. Back to regular squats. And we'll do, this is our last set. Keeping those arms swinging. Popping those hips forward. 10 squats. There we go. Open up those hips again. Knees go out to the side. And tracking to those toes. Opening up those hips. Getting that inner thigh. So 10 of these. And we've got our leg, lower body strength workout. So most likely you will have some sort of chair in your hotel room. I mean, you can do these at home. You can do these at the office if you want as well. So, or even if it's the bed, what you want to do is just open up the hips. Okay, so we're going to do 10 on each side. So bring that foot up and around. Let me do it this way so maybe you can see how I'm doing this. So up and around. So you don't have to go over. So, you know, even if it's a footstool, up and around. So opening up those hips, you want to do 10 on each side. Okay, so we're really working that lower body, opening up, getting movement in it. Okay, so again, if you've been sitting for long periods of time, this is going to feel amazing. Now, that being said, the other thing that happens when you sit for a long period of time is your hip flexors. Okay, so sitting like this, they're going to get quite tight. So we need to stretch them out. And so we're going to do kind of a rock here. So let's do about 5 on each side. So you want to make sure your hip is forward here and bring those arms up, stretch it out. So feel that stretch all the way down, stretch, and then hinge back, point that toe up, feel the stretch down the other leg on the back of the leg, and up, and hinge back, point that toe up. So be careful If you are sitting for long periods of time, because that will really shorten that hip flexor muscle, and if you ever have lower back pain, that can be attributed, not always, but can be attributed to that tight hip flexor. Stretch it out. And point that toe up. Let's do the other side. So that was about 5, I think. And bring that hip forward. Oh, that feels so good. And hinge back. Point that toe up. And let's go forward. And toe up. Push those hips back. Feel that stretch down the back of the leg. And let's go forward again. And back. Push those hips back. One more here. Bring that hip forward. And that's really important that you're not here, because you're not going to stretch out the hip flexor and the quad if you're hinged forward. You want to bring that pelvis forward and then hinge back. Nice. All right, so wherever you're at, you're probably going to have like a bed or a chair or a footstool or something. So I want you to make sure it's secure, and let's put our foot up on top. Okay, so make sure it's secure and then just lean into it. Okay, really stretching out that lower or that back leg. And then if you're okay doing this, just reach up. So I got my left leg forward. I'm going to reach up with my left arm. Okay, reach it up. And then come back down and lean into it. And then reach up. And come back down. And just let that hip open up. We're going to do one more. And let's switch legs. Other leg comes up. And you'll get another version, or you will be able to see the other side of this. Lean into it. Reach up with that right hand. And then come back down. And this just opens up those hips. Gets a good stretch through that hip flexor and quad again. And we're getting a really good stretch through our back. And we're going to do one more opening up here. These can be done on the floor as well. I'm showing you this in an elevated position in case you don't want to get down on the floor. All right, so we've really done a lot of good with that back, or the lower body, I mean. Let's do one more with the lower body. So you can go on the floor for this one, or if you prefer, just sit, okay? So sit on the chair, sit on a bench, sit on the mattress, and just bring your foot up. We're going to do a figure 4, a seated figure 4. Hinge over if you need a little bit more of a stretch there. Keep the other foot flat on the floor. Feel that stretch in your glutes and hamstrings. And then we're just going to do the other side. Okay, bring that foot up, hinge forward. You can do this anywhere you're seated. So if you are sitting for a long period of time, just do this stretch. We're going to do 3 on each side. Okay, so hinge forward. Keep your back nice and straight. Give you another look at this one. Keep your back nice and straight. So we're not rolling, we're sitting up nice and tall. And then if you need to, get a deeper stretch, you hinge over at the hip. Okay, so other side, sitting up nice and tall and hinging over. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, so that's 2. Let's do one more. And sitting up nice and tall, hinging over. I can really feel a difference that I can open up my hip way better after doing that whole series of movements and stretches that we just finished doing. Okay, so really helps with getting that body moving and opening up the hips and stretching out. Okay, so fantastic. We did a lot there. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit of a strength for your upper body, you could do push-ups against the wall. Okay, so remember you want your hands right about here, not up here. Okay, when you're on the wall, you want your hands right here, shoulders down. Now, you can also do a elevated push-off. Okay, so I'm going to turn my back to you, and you could do some push-ups here in an elevated position. Now, make sure you're nice and you have a good support here. So let's do 5 push-offs and then 5 Supermans. Pull the arms down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Roll the shoulders up and down, and squeeze the shoulder blades. Okay, reach up, come down, squeeze. Shrug down, reach up, come down, squeeze. Shrug the shoulders up and down and squeeze. All right, so 5 push-offs and then 5 Supermans, and then we're going to do 5 wall sets. Pull the shoulders down and back, and we're going to reach up and bring them down and up. So this is going to open up the chest. So if you've been sitting for a long period of time, you want to really open up that chest. Try to get the hands and the elbows back against the wall. So against a hotel room door, do your push-offs. 5. Keep your back nice and straight. 5 Supermans. Come down, squeeze. So this is all about the upper body now, and that includes, we're working the back. Plus, when you're doing your push-offs, you're going to keep your core nice and strong. Okay, let's do one more. Bring it down, open up that chest. And now we're going to do our wall set. Pull the shoulders down and back. And run those arms up the wall. Come back down. Run those arms up the wall and come back down. Try to keep your hands and elbows against the wall. I'm not, because I don't want to push my pictures off the wall, but I'm trying to keep them as close as I can. Okay, so 5. So you're getting some strength and some stretch. We have one more set, so let's do our push-offs. Keeping my body nice and strong. So if you're here, you're in that plank position, right? And you're going to do 5 here. So I'm showing you this so you're not getting one before, okay? 5 Supermans, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reach up, come down, squeeze. Up, come down, squeeze. Open up that chest. And reach up. I don't know about you, but when I travel on a plane, I don't very often actually, well, I haven't been on a long plane ride for a while, but normally, anytime we're like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or what have you, I do a lot of reading. I read my book a lot. So I am kind of hunched over because, you're like this. I don't very often read like this. I know probably should, but, or else I have it like sitting on the tray. Same as if you're watching a movie. Most of the time you have it sitting on the tray, or if it is in the back of the seat, you're still kind of looking down. So you really want to open yourself up. So that's what those movements did, okay? So now let's stretch them out. So let's take that arm, bring it across your body. Okay, so not up here. You want to bring it down towards your hip. Okay, and stretch it out. And then bring that arm up and down. Stretch and bring that arm up and down. We're going to do 5 of these on each side. Okay, arm up. So you're stretching it out and then bringing it across and then stretching and lengthening that neck and the shoulder because we have it down, not across. Okay, shrug the shoulders down and back, other side. Bring it across and then open up that chest. 5 of these. Open up that chest. Okay, feel a good stretch through the shoulders, through the chest, through the back, and open it up. One more. Open it up. All right, sitting for just a second, and we're going to take that right hand, bring it on our left knee, and we're just going to look behind us. So you can do these when you're sitting in the plane or on a bus trip or what have you. So let me give you another look at this one. Hang on to that opposite thigh and then just turn around and look. Okay. And again, shoulder checking over. And this is something you can do when you get to your hotel room. And let's do 1 more on each side. So that was about 3 on each side. Good. All right. And let's reach up. So hanging on to the wrist and give it a good stretch on one side and a good stretch on the other. And we're going to do 3 on each side. And up. And stretch. Good. All right, let's do a couple of big movements. I'm just checking our time. Oh, good. It's perfect. Nice big breath in. And exhale, bring those arms behind you. Hinge forward, bring those arms up. Stretching out the back of the legs, opening up the chest again. Up we come. Nice big breath in. Big arms and behind you, link those fingers together. Stretch out the chest, hinge over, bring those arms up, and up we come. Let's do 1 more. And big arms behind you, stretch out the chest, hinge over. Good. All right, nice. All right, shoulders. Let's do the shoulders now. So shoulders forward, palms facing back. Shoulders back, palms facing forward. Okay, forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Let's do 1 more. Forward and back. Good. Cactus arms. Bring them together and reach up. Come back down, cactus arms, bring them together and lift. Down, cactus arms, together and up. So you could do a lot of these as you're sitting too, okay? Good stretch across the upper back and reach up and come back down. Open them up. Doesn't that feel great? All right. Let's give ourselves a hug. Hug, alternate which arm is on top. Hug, alternate arm on top. Good. How does that feel? So we got a bit of strength in there, as well as we got some good stretch. So this whole workout, designed for a hotel room, for traveling, so I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you take me with you wherever you go. I love traveling, so even if it's through you. So nice big cleansing breath. Palms together and exhale. Have a wonderful trip. Talk to you soon.